Hi, my very active friends. It's Angie, and it's Wednesday, July 26th. And I'm just checking in with you because it's our midweek, once a week check in, official check in. And I am finally back in Illinois. And I never thought that I would be more excited than to be back in Illinois than I am right now. But let me tell you, I am so glad to be home. Yay, round of applause for Illinois. I am back in my routine. I'm back from Michigan. I'm back from that crazy that was up there. I starting Monday. I went back to back to the basics that everybody talks about in the weight loss surgery community. So I've been doing protein shakes, liquids, basically protein shakes and liquids all day, and then doing a healthy meal because while I was in Michigan, I got way off track, got under a lot of stress eating while I was up there, just dealing with my dad and all of his baggage. And I went from like 182.2 up to, I think I ended up one day up there at like 185. I think like 18 was high 184, 180, low 185, something like that. So I can't remember. I should have had all this information in front of me. But basically, I think Monday morning I started. It was like 18. I was like 184 point something 4. No, 184.8. That's what it was on Monday. And then I did hit that day, and I would normally have kept my carbs kind of moderate, like in the 40 grams range, healthy carbs, like vegetables, primarily, maybe an unsalted rice cake. But that day, Monday this week, because I'm back to basics, I didn't do intentional carbs after hit, and I was dying tired after hit, so I ended up taking a nap. Anyway, I lost 2 pounds, 2 pounds overnight. So I did high protein, low carb. My carbs that day were like 18 grams, which was basically just from Premier Protein Shake, Premier and EAS protein shake that morning with my coffee, and I dropped 2 pounds. So it was pretty crazy. Kept my carbs low. Yesterday, I think they were at 22, and I lost like 0.2 pounds overnight. But my gym workout wasn't a hit yesterday. It wasn't hit. It was weightlifting and just moderate cardio. So I'm curious to see what tomorrow will bring because today was hit and it was intense. My goal is always 6 hills on the Stairmaster at my gym. So I will warm up for like 2 minutes. So I do 20 minutes and I go from like 20 minutes to 18 minutes, 15 seconds. And then when that time hits on the treadmill, I crank it from like a level 5 to a level 16. And I hold that 16 for, I don't honestly know, it's longer than a minute. I just watch and I can see like 2 hills come up and then 3 hills come up. So I usually try to get 3 or 4 hills, and then I'll slow it back down, and I'll feel in my neck, my pulse, to kind of bring it down to where it's more controlled, and then I crank it back up. And I do that for 20 minutes. And it's funny because I saw a nutritionist in Houston when we lived there, and she would tell me, you should do HIIT. And I was like, I hate HIIT. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to do it. Well, I can tell you that 2 years later, I love HIIT. Love it, love it. I like the challenge of it, and I can't run right now. And so, yeah, it's just challenging, and I like it. So I do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And some kind of not so great news, the summer of 2014, I distinctly remember I was lifting weights at Metroflex Houston, and I was doing a sumo squat with, I don't even remember the weight. I mean, it wasn't crazy weight, but it was heavy, for a beginner. And I remember feeling pain in my left IT band. I just kind of brushed it off and didn't think anything of it. And then over the course of the next 3 years, I really struggled with pain in that leg, especially on leg day. Again, just kind of brushed it off, figured, it's probably remnants from my stroke. Didn't think much of it until I started really focusing on my running, which I love to run. However, my body doesn't like me to run. My body is like, hey, dummy, you're 42 and you're trying to run? What are you doing? And you used to be super fat and now you're going to try to run? Moron, no. So the last couple of times I've run, I basically can't walk for about 3 days after. And so I went to an orthopedic specialist. Yes. Sorry, my son. Went to an orthopedic doctor today, and he did all kinds of testing on me, and said that basically I can't totally remember exactly what he said, like the technical medical terms. It's basically a really fancy word for IT band syndrome and some kind of patellofemoral pain. So it's something to do with how I walk. I have really weak hips and basically butt muscles. And it's primarily on the left side, which he feels like was affected after my stroke in 2009. And of course, I didn't do therapy because I was being a butt in 2009. I was not willing to do it then. Hindsight, 2020, 8 years later, now I'm paying for it. Anyway, it has something to do with how my foot strikes, my gait, and the weakness in that hip and in that butt muscle. So I, lucky me, won myself 5 weeks of physical therapy. Yay. I'm hoping, what he said to me today was, I don't want you to run for the next 5 weeks, but let's revisit it. I'm not saying you can never run again, but the things that I want you to avoid are running and heavy weights on your legs in the gym. And I asked him about HIIT. He said, right now I'm okay with it, but if it's causing excruciating pain, you need to back off until I see you again in 5 weeks after your therapy. He really wants me first to be evaluated through this physical therapist. So I have an appointment next Wednesday for my evaluation, and I'm really looking forward to it because I'm just really over not being able to run. I really love it, and so I would like to be able to do that in my future. So that's me. I am weighing in at 182.6 this morning, and I'm pretty excited about that. Nowhere near my goal. I'm like 8.8 pounds away from my goal 1, which is 174. And then anything after that is just icing, honestly. I am a little over 15 months post-op from revision to bypass. I work out, like I've said before, I work out 5 days a week in the gym. I lift weights Tuesdays and Thursdays, do steady state cardio on those days following lifting for 30 minutes. And then Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do 20 minutes of HIIT on the stair mill, stepper, whatever you want to call it. And then I stretch. I always stretch because if I didn't, I couldn't walk. So anyway, I just wanted to check in with you people because I think you're awesome. I think you've made fabulous decision to have this incredible tool guide you back to a healthy life. And I pray that you all are doing well and that you are being very active because it's the only way that we're going to keep this weight off for the long haul. So get after it and make sure you are active, get your protein in, and get your fluids in, and anything else is just noise. So go get out there and be active. Woo, woo! All right, have a great day. Bye.